Guys, injuries from the game. Fred Warner had an ankle, did not return. Kittle, ribs, did return. Jordan Elliott had a knee, did not return. Cowing, shoulder, did return. Conley, oblique, finished the game. And Juice went out there at the end with a shoulder. Go ahead.
Fred Warner and Jordan Elliott, do you have any idea of the severity yet?
I don't. I know Fred tried to go, came out in third quarter and tried to go, but didn't feel like he could.
Initial prognosis on Elliott?
No. I mean, I don't think it was an ACL or anything, but it was just had some swelling and stuff, so he couldn't go.
How do you feel that defensive start helped you guys today, especially for his pick six?
Oh, that was awesome. I mean, I thought the defense was awesome all day. Anytime you score, even better. But, to start out the way they did, the first couple drives especially, scoring, Fred getting the score, the 2 turnovers they created. I didn't get a look at all the stats, but I think they were really good on third down. Defense felt like dominated all day.
It's been so good for so many years, but do you feel he's playing at a different level now?
I do a little bit. It's kind of hard to say that. I mean, he's been so good every year. So, but the way he started out this year, it's been a big time year for him so far.
Kyle, you went up top in this game. It seemed like 3 or 4 times. Was that part of the original plan, or was it something that they were doing defensively that kind of led to that?
I mean, you always have that stuff in. Just they play. We caught them in quarters a couple times on both those plays, and their safeties were down tight, and that's where the ball has got to go. And Brock made 2 good throws, and both the guys came down with the play. Had a third chance that was incomplete. Corner did a good job staying on top, but I think it was versus all the same coverages.
There were some good deep balls last season and the season before, but do you think he's better at that even now?
I think it's the same. I thought we had some better looks today on a couple of them, but no, Brock's done a real good job with that.
On the first drive, he had 2 third down scrambles for first downs, and then he eluded, I guess, a sack and then threw to Kittle for 15 yards. Is he better at decision making when it comes to when to take off, when to stay in and throw? I guess from his rookie year, obviously.
I mean, I think he started doing it more last year. He's done it a lot this year. It's something he did in college a lot. I think Brock has just got the confidence on when to hang in there and try to make the play work, and when to break and buy time and try to make a play, getting people open later off schedule, or trying to move it with his legs. And he's done a hell of a job of that these last 2 weeks. If he didn't do that in the playoffs last year, I don't think we would have got to the Super Bowl. So I think he did it then too, and love having that asset of our offense. He's done a hell of a job with that.
The Correndo fumble, is that just a rookie play, or how do you chalk that one up?
I chalk it up to an NFL football player getting hit and fumbling it. I don't put it on being a rookie. You can fumble it whoever you are. It was a big fumble, especially opening up in the third quarter. I think is what gave them a chance. They answered right away. Biggest thing when someone has a turnover, you want the defense to go out and hold them to 3. I think they scored on a 4th down maybe. We had a commitment trying to stop an inside zone run, and they had a good play call getting out there to score. But we'll come back to them. But yeah, that was a big fumble.
The video of BA Friday throwing his shoes and stuff didn't look awesome. Are you surprised that he cared that much about his shorts?
No, I'm not. I didn't know you guys had it on video. That stuff happens. I mean,
Does it usually happen that a player would throw a shoe because he had to change shorts?
I didn't see what he threw. Maybe he was just joking, laughing about throwing a shoe. Maybe he didn't like his shoe. I didn't interview him about his shoe toss. But I hate some of the clothes I got to wear out there also. But it is what it is.
On the interception, Brock kind of just threw it up there for maybe Brandon to make a play. Is that something that's in the system, or is that you would prefer that throw not be made?
No, I don't want him to throw into double coverage. But there was a busted route on the backside. It looked like BA was going to be alone. It was man coverage, and someone ended up in the wrong spot. So there was a guy Brock wasn't expecting to be over there, because we should have distributed the field a little bit differently. But I didn't like how late it was. I didn't throw really in the rhythm of the play, and had a chance early, but it didn't have a chance late, and that was a big turnover. It was one of the reasons they had a chance to get back in it, but our defense held up strong.
I say about this a lot, but is Juwan playing with just a different level of confidence this year?
I don't think so. I think Juwan was born this confident. He's always like that. You guys know how I think how Juwan is. He's as confident as it gets, and I think that's one of his best assets. He's a very talented player, but Juwan never feels he can be denied, and that's why he's been so important to us over the years.
Plays based on obviously what your quarterback can do and do well. At this point, is there any plays that you can't call for Brock?
No, I don't think there's. No, I think Brock, since he's his first game playing here, there hasn't been a type of play. I mean, he's very good in the drop back game, play action game. He's good on the bootlegs and stuff. We don't call too many like zone read and things with him. I think he'd be capable of it, but we're not trying to make a living off that. But Brock has been one of the most consistent players in the league since the first game he's played.
It seemed like you guys dialed up more blitzes than you usually do. How much of that is a result of Javon being gone, and how much is just kind of the opponent?
I think all of it. When there's a lot of run blitzes in there too because of how heavy of a run team they are and stuff. But I thought Nick did a real good job today. I thought the whole defense did really good.
Off in the starting lineup, do you think he was ready for it? Was there a need there?
Mustafa? Yeah, we thought he was ready for it. I mean, when him and Gio were going, we started rotating him a little, I think the second week. So he's been doing awesome in practice. We started to mix him in there in game 2. I think Huff came back in game 3, so we didn't need to do it. But when we found out Huff couldn't play today, we knew he was next man up.
What's up with Bunga to playing today, and is this something you think is going to linger?
I don't think so. I mean, it's, we thought he would play today, but we knew it would be a game time decision. He got here early, he worked out, and he didn't feel like he could go, and I'm really glad that he didn't.
What do you make of Mason? I mean, it's rare for a running back to go for 5 yards a carry, and this guy's doing it in almost every single game he plays.
I mean, JP runs so hard. When you commit to the run and he gets a number of carries, it's just eventually he's going to get them. He just apologized to me before I walked in here because there was a couple he missed, which is the type of guy he is. There was some that he left out there, but there's also when I feel there's nothing there. And he also always gets a lot more than I'm expecting. So he's been a stud this year. He's been a stud every time we've given him the ball, and he's really taken advantage of his opportunity.
Like Evan Anderson got a fair amount of snaps today. What were you seeing from him that allowed him to get bumped up today, and how do you think he did?
I mean, that was just because of injuries. It was next man up. We had 2 guys on practice squad, and they battled it out all week to see who would get the run, and he won. And he's going to be part of that 4-person rotation. And then losing Jordan Elliott in the game made it much more important because you only have 3 left, and that's why he got to play probably more than we expected him to. And it seemed like he did a good job out there. I'll definitely watch the tape, but it's always good to get some young guys some experience, and especially doing it after a win.
The defensive line played in general. I mean, 6 sacks. They did so well against the run.
I mean, from what I saw out there, it seemed like they dominated the run and the pass game. So I was really excited with them, especially losing Hargrave last week. We really needed to step it up, and then losing Jordan in this game too just made them down a man. And I thought they played well throughout the game, first quarter to fourth.
You want to be 50-50 run, pass. You always say that. Understanding. I've asked you in the past, does Purdy's success make you think, yeah, we can go through a little more? I think you were 60-40 pass most of this game until the end when you're running it. Is it a case where your quarterback allows you to think, oh, you know what, let's just start throwing the ball more?
Yes, but I think that's how we've been since really he's been in or gotten in. It took a couple weeks to realize that, and but usually that is how it works out. Especially a team like that, the way that they play up front. They had 6 guys on the line of scrimmage a ton, which you can run the ball versus that. But if you just think you're going to do it on every first down and second down, you're going to be a lot on 3rd and longs and have some 3 and outs. So you got to mix it up and get them on their heels, make them play some other stuff. That's why we had to throw some of those posts today. Just the guys they had on the line of scrimmage, how tight their safeties were, and usually when you do that, you get guys backed up, and when your defense plays like they were, then you can usually close it out by running the ball and trying to make sure to keep it a 2-3 score game. And I think all those carries was a good example of how that's not always just an offensive stat, that's a huge team stat.
Bosa had a lot of almost sacks there in the second half. He finally got one. Were you happy for him? Did you see the effort he was making?
No, I wasn't happy for him. Yeah, I was happy for him. I'm happy for everybody who gets a sack. But yeah, he's a big man. We compare him to like Ben Roethlisberger. Like if you don't get your body on him, he doesn't go down. You can't just grab that guy and pull him down. You got to hit him dead square, and he was close coming around the edge a number of times, which you can get the strip and stuff, but I haven't seen really anybody just pull him down with one arm. You got to hit him square, and that's why he's one of the more competitive guys I've seen play that position, and it usually takes two to take him down.